Welcome back to our channel. I'm Destiny.
I'm Big Daddy.
And today we are going to help you guys figure out with us how much alcohol do we need for our wedding or a wedding in general. So for an open bar, how much alcohol do you really need? So if you read that in the title, you came to the right place. So you're gonna come in with us. We have an appointment today at A&L Wine Castle out in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Yes, I had to look at the sign because I forgot where we were. But yes, today we will be finding out how much alcohol are we supposed to have at our wedding or at a wedding, but specifically today is our wedding, for an open bar. And for guests, we will be focused on those intimate weddings, so kind of like that 70-80 guest limit number.
Another visitor.
Yes, cars are pulling up as I'm recording, so I probably look weird talking to my phone, but people can think I'm FaceTiming or mind their business. But yes.
Be nice.
Period. So yes, come inside with us. I got my bride-to-be bag with my notebook in it. I'm putting a card over for right now. So we are at A&L Wine Castle Liquor in Ann Arbor. I like the variety and crisp apple. Let's just go with crisp apple. Let's just do crisp apple.
Regular?
Yeah, we'll just do the crisp apple.
All right, apple. Let's stick with the apple here.
Woo, it's cold in here.
Let's call this place in the store.
Hello guys, we made it back home from our alcohol meeting for our wedding.
I had to take her to an AAU meeting.
AAU. Is it AAU?
Oh,
Is it called AAU? That's
bad.
basketball.
Sorry.
AA? I think it's
I'm so good at basketball.
Alcohol
It just be in my mind sometimes.
I was like,
I'm so good at basketball.
AA
But
meeting.
anyway, yeah, AA meeting. I had to take her to an AA meeting. I picked out liquor, but she had to do some counseling.
Yes,
Anyway.
yes. It was an amazing time. We went to A&L Wine Castle. So shout out to A&L Wine Castle in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Shout out to Jason. He worked out with us. He worked out, Lord Jesus. He met with us regarding the alcohol for our wedding. So very exciting. We had a great time there. I would say a good experience, a 10 out of 10 experience.
Mm-hmm. It was nice.
Really, really nice.
A lot of brands and selections.
A lot. As you can see, it was a lot.
We was on
brands.
time too.
We were definitely on time. We were early. Look at us. Proud. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty on why you actually clicked on this video, because we want to talk about actually how much should you even have when it comes to a wedding, and especially if you want to have an open bar. So how much alcohol should you have? So for us, we have a few tips for you guys that we came up with for our own wedding. So tip number one.
We got four or five.
Four or five. I I don't know. You guys count with this. But like tip number 1. No.
Go back to the AA meeting again. So, go ahead.
Tip number 1, again, know the number of guests that are drinking. So out of the guests that you have coming to your wedding, out of that number, think, how many people at my wedding are drinkers? Mm-hmm. So get that number. Yeah. Focus on that number. Include yourself if you're one of them. Mm-hmm. I included myself twice.
Take your guest count, subtract any children or teenagers or whatever the case may be. Maybe just add a couple in there and just round it up, Yep. And there you go.
So if you got 100 guests, all 100 may not drink unless, hey, if all of them do, cool. But, subtract those kids, subtract those non-drinkers. Roughly how many people are going to drink at your wedding? So think about that number. For us, we were like, you know what? We're going to have maybe 80 guests. Let's drop it down to 70. We think 10 of those people won't drink because some of them may be kids or non-drinkers. So just think about the drinkers. How many people, not the whole event of who's coming, think about who actually will be drinking at your wedding. Mm-hmm. Tip number 2.
2. 1 plus 1. Shot plus shot.
Think about the types of drinks you want at your wedding.
Yeah. So talk about the categories first. You're going to do whiskeys, you're going to do cognacs, you're going to do vodkas, tequilas, all the above. You're going to do a rum. You're just going to do 2 and 2, 1 and 1, 1 and 3. Start off there. Because, you generally speaking, you want to have at least 1 white or 1 clear, 1 dark, right? Mm-hmm. But then do you want to do 2 different types of clear, 2 different types of dark, 1 type of dark, 2 types of clear, whatever that looks like. No right or wrong answers.
Yeah, I like both. I like light and dark.
But definitely want to have a minimum 1 clear, 1 dark at minimum, and then kind of go from there. And then beer, and then decide too, are you going to do beer or wine or either or, both.
Champagne.
Or champagne. Yeah.
Yep, think about that. So think about the types of drinks that you want to have. That's what we had to do. Like, do we have many people that's going to drink wine at our wedding? Think about your wedding. Don't think about other weddings or what you see on social media and what the people, whoever you get your liquor from for the wedding. Sometimes they may give you an example list and say, like, this is what people usually get. Think about your specific guest, your specific wedding, what you want, what kind of drinks you like. Think about that and apply that.
Yeah, tailored to your crowd. It's your wedding, your crowd. Because, if I went to a wedding in Holland, that drink menu going to be way different. I went to a wedding in Detroit, So think about your crowd and your wedding.
Your culture and all of that. Take all of that into consideration. Do everybody drink beer? If not, don't get it. Do everybody drink wine, champagne? If not, don't get it. If y'all just Hennessy, then get that Hennessy. There you go. And that leads us to the brands. Think about, like, when you think about the types of drinks, now you get into
number 3 for y'all keeping count.
Think about those brands. We learned today, actually, I learned today, just about, like, I knew about name brands. Of course, everything has a name brand, right? But it's like, dang, I didn't think about that with alcohol. If you want the top shelf, if you want the Crown Royal and Patron and Tito's and Casamigos, like those common names, Ciroc, stuff like that. Or there are other brands, if you're balling on a budget, that you don't have to pay for that name. You can get the same, even probably better quality. Sometimes people think, Kraft cheese, a great value cheese from Walmart is better than Kraft cheese. Like, sometimes you pay for the...
Took it to a cheese analogy. We didn't discuss that either before the video. We could have came up so with that. She did that on her own. Dang old cheese. I thought she was about to say government cheese at first. I was about to say, don't say that on camera. Ain't nobody gonna come talk about government cheese equivalent alcohol. This is the government cheese of cognac.
Government cheese or Kraft cheese. It could be the same.
We didn't go that extreme. We didn't go that extreme.
We ain't balling on the budget that bad. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's bring it back. Okay, but yes, think about the brands.
Got the EBT or Crown Royal.
Think about the brands that you want to have. Man, do you have anything else with the brands?
No,
I think I messed it up.
Leave it alone.
But I think you guys get what I'm trying to say.
Leave it alone with that.
Don't always, think about your budget. If you can't afford the Casamigos, see what other equivalent they have, because 9 times out of 10 you paying for the name.
Right. And then what's more popular? If you think dark gonna be more popular, ball out on the dark. Go heavy on the dark and then cut it back on the light, or vice versa.
Exactly. That's a smart idea. Tip number 4. Think about signature cocktails. Think about those mixed drinks for your wedding. A little bride cocktail, a little groom cocktail. I think it makes it quicker for people to make choices too. Get your bar flowing, get your bar moving, so you won't have a long line. People just can pick like, oh, okay, you got 3 or 4 different already pre-made drinks.
Yeah. So either you can do like a little menu leaned up against the bar, or you can maybe put one on the tables or something like that. Get people thinking about it, because I know like every wedding I've ever been to, or every wedding I've been a part of, seen, whatever that looks like, it's always a jam at the bar. Like not all night, but like when it first opened. In the middle,
and drinks,
like before or after dinner, when it first, it's always a jam at the bar. Every time, it never fails. Yeah. So like this is a help, because then otherwise a lot of people, they go to the bar, the first thing what you got, then you gotta sit there, talk, think about it.
We're gonna have it listed. Just have it listed, y'all.
Yeah, and then people can still freestyle, do what they want,
Definitely.
But like I would say, at least a third to a half of the crowd, if they see like, oh, that signature drink, and then like a couple ideas or something, they gonna pick that. Just keep it flowing.
Good idea, babe. Good job.
You're welcome. I don't like lines, so.
Smart.
It don't matter what the topic is. I don't like lines. I find a way to make it more. I find a way to make it more efficient. If it's got to do with
efficient. That's the word.
Yeah,
that's perfect. All right, I don't know if this is the last tip, but tip number 5.
Number 5.
You would at least want to think about having 5 to 7 drinks per person. So along with your number of guests, think with that guest, each person have about 5 to 7 drinks per person. That's how you know if you'll have enough.
That's
roughly.
Average, because you're
average.
You're gonna have some people, they only gonna have 1 or 2. Then you're gonna have some people who really gonna hit that 5 to 7. You know what I mean? So you just you rather have a little over than not enough.
None at all.
You kind of round up. You like, ain't nobody gonna drink 5 to 7 drinks on that. You round up. You want to be a little safe. The last thing you want is after dinner, you gotta send somebody to the store, grab some bottles.
Yeah. If your venue allows that, some of them don't even allow outside, liquor. Somebody can't even run out and get it, So just it's better, like you said, to have a little bit over than to just be completely out. And then also last, do it. Remember, it's your day. It's the bride and groom. It's your day. What you want. The people there are celebrating with you. Of course, take into account, what they may like when it comes to drinks. But ultimately, think about what you two both enjoy, because it's your day. If you like beer or the Malibu rum or whatever the case may be, get that. Regardless if somebody else may not like it, it's your day, and you should be able to enjoy what you're spending your money on.
Because we drinking Malibu rum.
Okay, we're gonna have that in our drinks.
Okay,
and I love an Angry Orchard beer.
We'll tease those 2, and that's it.
Okay,
the rest of them be a surprise.
A surprise. But I'm proud of us. We definitely balling on the budget for sure. But we got some great quality.
Ain't nobody gonna come to the wedding. You say it again. You already talking about government cheese and shit. Stop.
Yo, we didn't. We ain't play. We ain't do the cheap stuff. But I'm just saying, like, just don't get caught up in the hype of things. Just the same thing with like when I'm gonna do my decor video. You can get the same quality or something very nice without breaking your wallet for it. Ultimately it's about your marriage. The wedding will be a great thing, and the reception a great thing, great celebration. But you don't want to break your wallet. Now, if you want to, go ahead. But ultimately, you don't really have to get a great quality wedding. So I think that's it. You got any more tips?
I think so. No, I think that rounded it out.
Well, thank you guys for joining us and going to A&L Wine Castle in Ann Arbor. We enjoyed our little road trip.
Shout Shout out to Jason.
Shout out to Jason, and shout out to you guys for tuning in and watching us. So be prepared if you want to see more tips, tricks in our wedding and our events.
Or if you need any help getting the line down and organized, you can contact me as well.
Give a call to Eddie and Destiny. Hit us up on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But until then, we'll see you next time. Peace.